it's me, Joe. Okay, I've been thinking about this for the last couple weeks that I want to talk about, and that's friends. Now, when I was growing up, I was very outgoing, I was very trustworthy, and I always found good in people while I was growing up. But when I became older, I realized that the people that you think are your friends, on one hand, end up being your enemies on the other. People sort of like to put limitations on their friendships. It's like, if you don't do this for me, then you're not really my friend, or their friendship has limitations. And that's what I want to talk about, is like, when I was growing up, I would lose friends because I would get too close to them or too clingy, and they didn't like that. And I'm such a sensitive person, being a Cancer and all. I took it very personal, and it hurt me. So what I did, inadvertently, was I built walls up around myself to protect myself. I wouldn't let anybody in to be a friend unless they really, really proved themselves. And 9 times out of 10, they never proved themselves worthy enough to be my friend. So I ended up being alone because my standards were too high. And I lived this way for a few years because being alone by myself was nothing ever new to me. I've always been alone. I've always cared for myself and my brothers and everybody around me. So I didn't really need anybody. That's how I felt, that I didn't need anybody. I was fine on my own. But deep down in my heart, I knew I was lying to myself, because everybody wants friends. Everybody wants to be accepted. And basically, I think I thought to myself, I got to the point that I thought to myself, I can't live like this anymore. It's too hurtful. It's too lonely. And of course, at this time, I wasn't even out to myself yet. So I had that going on inside of me on top of this friendship. And, I always got friendship confused with crushes. And I was growing up, I couldn't understand why. But I came to the realization later on in life that I came out to myself first. I had to accept me for me, and because when I learned what gay was, and when I learned that that's what I was, I decided that it's time to take off those shackles, to take off those restrictions that I put on myself and that I allowed other people to put on me. And it was just time for me to say, to hell with it. That's who I am, and that's who I'm going to be. But that was inside my brain. I came out to myself and realized when I walked into my first gay club, I was gay. So I accepted it. And it made my life a lot easier. But as far as friends go, I still had them walls built up around me. I still was very defensive and very leery of people. I didn't trust people, because people, when I put my trust in people, they always broke it. They always hurt me. So I built up these walls to protect myself. And I lived my life, almost my whole life, that way because I didn't want to get hurt. But not until I got on the internet and I could be me on the internet. And there was no judgment, no expectations, not like in real life, not like friends that you have now, in real life. A friend will call you up and say, hey, can you give me a ride to here and here? And you're really busy and you say, no, I can't. And then boom, they end up not being your friend because you won't drop everything and do something for them. So, like I said, on the internet, you can build friendships and they don't expect you to be anything. Of course, you've got your haters out there that they just want to make everybody's life miserable, if they can, if you let them. And then you have some really nice people who are like you, like-minded, that have gone through things that you've gone through. And I realized that through talking to these people and the certain, social apps, that there's a lot of people out there that are just like me, that have gone through things like that I have gone through. I find it easier to talk to somebody on the internet than in real life. Through the internet friendships that I created, I'm slowly picking away the wall down. I'm breaking the wall down and realizing that, I don't have to live a life alone like I had been. That there is a big and beautiful world out there, and not to be scared of it. And this YouTube channel is my way of stepping out of my cocoon, my I don't know how to say it, my protective shell, because it takes a lot to sit in front of a camera and just spill your heart out to a camera, to nobody, but realizing that there are people out there that are watching you. So, I just want to share that and just say, that's how I grew up. And I hope that I have helped some people to realize that you don't have to live like that. That the world is a beautiful place if you give it a chance. And yes, people are going to break your heart. There are people that are going to use you. And there are people out there that are going to say they're your friends, but they only want to take advantage of you for money or services. But deep down, I want every one of you to believe this and to know this, that there is good out there. There are good people. And all you have to do is give it time, be patient, and you will find the good people that are meant to be in your life. Yeah, you might have to go through some really shitty people like I had to do. But some of the people that I have met on the internet, I feel closer to them than they'll ever know, because they've helped me personally to break out of my shell and to be the type of human being that I knew I could always be. So to everybody out there, I just want to say thank you for helping me to become the person I am. And not unless I would have, I thought to myself, here I am, an old gay. Why should I get on the internet? That's for the young kid. But I thought to myself, that's where the technology is moving to the internet. People are all becoming social media personalities, and everybody has got a social media. You can't talk to somebody without the conversation turning into, oh, so what's your Facebook? What's your Instagram? Everybody communicates through the social media anymore. So with me being an old guy, I'm like, well, you know what? And like I said, I'm interested in technology. I'm interested in computers and where this world is going in that direction. And so I thought, well, I'm going to check it out. So I signed up for all these social medias, hid behind a nickname so I'll be at least a little protected on the internet. Yeah, it's like because, I definitely had trust issues. I've always had trust issues, so going on the internet with millions of people didn't really help my trust issues. So yeah, I sort of protected myself. But like I said again, you meet people on the internet. You find your niche. You find the people that you have stuff in common with, and you tend to gravitate towards them. And then you build up these. First, it's the group. You join the group. And then you sort of work your way around talking through the group. And then it breaks down to a certain few that you feel that you have a connection with or have some kind of fellowship with. Yeah, basically, I think that's where I am right now. I have a few that I consider my true friends on the internet, and they know who they are. I hope they know who they are. But yeah, like I said, this internet thing has helped me a lot to come out of my shell as a person, and I do believe that getting out of my comfort zone here is going to relate to what happens to me in this big, wide, real world. Will I be able to take this confidence into the real world? I'm gonna leave you at that because I don't like to rant for too long. So if you've got any questions or if there are any ideas that you would like to hear, me talk about, put them in my discussion page. On the top of my page, it says discussion. Click there and write me a little note. Yeah, is there anything else? Nope, I think that's about it. So be safe, be kind, and I'll see you next time. Bye.